If you are someone that wants to improve your life and make 2026 the best year of your life and become the best version of yourself, this video is for you. Because I'm going to explain over the next 100 days what I'm going to be personally doing to improve my life and improve in all aspects of my life. And I'm going to invite you to join me on this journey. So stay tuned, and I will give you a warning. If you are a loser, if you don't want to be a winner, if you're only someone that says you want to be successful but isn't prepared to do what it takes, please click off this video now. Okay? So now that all the losers are off this video, let's get into how we can actually improve our lives and make 2026 our best year. Looking nice and fresh, man, I must say so myself. But first of all, I actually thought of doing 75 hard, for the start of 2026. I've done it before, I've completed it already, but I thought of doing it. But then I thought to myself, why do 75 hard when I also want to improve in other areas of my life? So I decided to come up with my own challenge, and I'm calling it the Iron Protocol. This challenge is going to go over the course of 100 days, and it's not only going to improve your fitness but also your mindset and your finances, so all three in one. Now, this challenge is not for the faint-hearted, and although it's very tempting, very hard to do, I would highly encourage anyone watching this video to stay tuned, because trust me when I say this, if you commit to this challenge and you see it through, it will truly transform your life and you will become a completely different person. Okay? So without further ado, let's actually get into what this challenge actually entails. Okay? The first aspect we're going to be obviously improving is our finances. Okay? Because obviously, as much as people say, money is not everything, in my opinion, the beliefs I hold, if you're a young person, if you're anyone, you should be doing everything in your power to make more money, to become more powerful financially, because yes, money doesn't make you happy, but it gives you so much more freedom and so much more resources and options to actually enjoy your life and help more people around you, So the first thing is money. Now, the first thing you have to do on this challenge is to look at your bank account every single day. Okay? Might sound weird at first, and this is something I've done in my journey. I haven't done it in a long time, but I remember clearly that when I was doing that, I ironically noticed a big improvement in the money I was making. Not because I was just looking at my bank account, but because you looking at that every single day gives you a lot more consciousness around how much money you have, how much money you're making, which is going to propel you to take more action to make more money. Okay? So that's the first thing. Look at your bank account every single day. The second thing is committing to work every single day to make more money, right? That's different from person to person. One thing I will say though, if you are someone watching this that hasn't yet escaped and you're currently trapped in the system, trapped by a 9 to 5 you're not happy with, trapped studying in a college you're not happy with, if you're watching this and you're that person, you need to commit every day to doing work that's going to allow you to escape, right? Learning a new skill, learning a new business model, committing to not just doing research, but actually figuring how the fuck are you going to escape. Because let's be honest, you don't want to be working your dumb 9 to 5 for the rest of your life, right? Yes, it's a safer option, but you see everybody online making a fuck ton of money, living the life you want. Ask yourself, is you working your 9 to 5 or you continuing to study in college going to give you that life? No. So why the fuck are you still doing it every single day? Okay? Commit to at least 2 hours a day to finding a way to escape and putting work in to escape. Okay? So that's for the people that haven't yet escaped. For people that are watching this that have already managed to escape, like me, that's into high ticket sales. For anyone that doesn't know, I close deals and get paid via commission. Basically, for those people that are into anything else, either whether it's high ticket sales, drop shipping, you have your own business, whatever you're doing, it's not inside the system. For this challenge, I want you to commit to at least 5 hours of focused work every single day. Okay? And a big tip I want to give for you, anyone watching this video, if you have struggle working or knowing how long you're working, I would recommend, I got this from Alex Hormozy, I would recommend putting a timer on, a stopwatch on your phone or whatever you're using, and not letting that stopwatch stop until you stop working. I used to do this back when I first got into sales. Trust me when I say this, I would pull 12-hour days consistently dialing people on the phone, booking appointments. 12 hours a fucking day. Not 12 hours willy-nilly. I'm talking like from the time I started work, I would set the timer, I would let it run, and every single moment I stopped working, whether that's to eat, whether that's to go take a shit, whether that's to talk to my girlfriend, I would pause the timer. And when I get back to work, I would start the timer again, and continue the timer. And at the end of the day, I wouldn't stop until it shows 12 hours done. This trains you to be focused when you're working. I don't do this anymore, but I highly recommend it for someone that's maybe early on in their journey. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's the second thing. Commit to improving your situation financially every single day. Okay. The third, the first aspect is obviously the money, which we just discussed, which is look at your bank account every day and commit to at least doing focus work every single day to make more money and improve your situation. Okay. The next aspect is going to be fitness. Okay. The first thing you need to do is to work out every single day. Okay. I don't care how busy you think you are. Anyone can find at least 30 minutes a day to work out. Okay. So that's the first thing. Work out every single day. Trust me, you will thank yourself in 100 days time. The second step is to drink at least 3 liters of water every single day. It might seem like a lot at first, but trust me, start early, have timers throughout the day, you can do it, right? 3 liters of water minimum every single day. Okay. The next thing is to take a progress pic every day. Okay. So every single day, you have to take a progress pic before you sleep. By the way, everything I'm mentioning throughout this video and everything I'm sharing with you about what this challenge entails and what you need to do needs to be done before you fall asleep, or else you fail the challenge. Okay. The next thing that needs to be done is for you to stick to a diet. That can be any diet of your choice. Okay. For me personally, I'm just going to be tracking my calories and making sure that I hit my protein numbers and I hit my fat numbers and fill in the rest with carbs. So that's the diet I'm going on, basically tracking my calories. You could do anything, right? Keto, carnivore, whatever you want to. It's completely up to you. Intermittent fasting, but commit to a diet and stick to it religiously for the next 100 days. Okay. The next thing, which some of you may be like, fuck, how am I going to do this? And if that's you, you need to do this, definitely, is no alcohol, no cigarettes, and no drugs for the next 100 days. Now, like I told you, if you're someone that's scared about that one, you need to do it, okay? Because I used to be that person too. At one point in my life, I was drinking a lot of alcohol, almost every single day, basically wasting my life away. Trust me when I say this, if you are someone like that that's finding it hard to stray away from alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs, when you are able to commit to this challenge, because I will be holding you accountable every step of the fucking way, okay? So when you can commit to you going 100 days of keeping your body clean, actually being sober, you will be a whole new person. And you will realize that you don't actually need that stuff. Nothing's stopping you from having it after that, of course not. But you'll realize that you don't need that, So for the next 100 days, no alcohol, no cigarettes, and no drugs, okay? So that's the fitness side of things. So far we've covered money, we've covered fitness. The final thing is our mindset, okay, which is ultimately most important out of everything. The first thing is going to be waking up at the first alarm you set, right? I'll be honest with you, guys, anyone watching this, I was actually a bit nervous to set this as one of the rules for this challenge, because I'll be honest, sometimes I can be a victim for this one, right? Sometimes I'll be really tired in the morning and I only set one alarm. It used to be very bad. Like many years ago, I would set like 6 alarms in the morning to sleep in, right? Now I've gotten to the point where I only set one alarm. And most of the time I do wake up on the first alarm. But sometimes I'm really tired, and I'll sleep in a little bit. Not for hours and hours, like maybe just for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, right? But it's not because I want to, it's just because I feel like I need to, you know? And I'm not happy with that. So that's why I decided purposely to put this as part of the challenge, to train my mind to only wake up at the first alarm. And as soon as that alarm goes off, my day must start. So the night before, make sure you set in stone what time you want to wake up, because that's the time you're going to wake up. No excuses. Because if you go back to sleep, you fail the challenge. Okay? So take this very seriously, as am I going to take it very seriously. And it's going to train your mind to actually be more disciplined and follow through on the things you set out to do. Because like if you go to sleep and you put an alarm for X time, then you should fucking wake up at X time. Okay? This is for people that want to improve and be the best version of themselves. You have goals to achieve. Okay? You have history to make. You can't be fucking sleeping in, right? When you already have your schedule laid out, you already have a timer set for when you should wake up. Okay, so wake up on the first alarm. That's the first thing when it comes to mindset. The next thing when it comes to mindset is going to be manifesting twice a day. Okay? I can't stress enough how much this has changed my life personally. Because I would always never believe in this stuff, you know, manifesting, visualizing, you know, saying affirmations. I always thought that stuff was a waste of time, you know. But it truly will help your state of mind, guys, you know. And manifesting alone, visualizing alone, saying affirmations out loud in the mirror alone is not going to change your life. That's not going to make you successful, okay? But actually meaning what you say to yourself, reminding yourself of the goals you will achieve, reminding yourself of how your life's going to look, how it's going to feel when you become successful, that's going to give you a new sense of power, a new sense of drive you have every single day. Because imagine if you have your dream life laid out for you to the T, right? Crystal clear, vividly clear what it actually looks like. And you get to go through that every single morning and every single night, right? Some of you watching this may have never done an exercise like that, where you actually lay out your life and figure out exactly what your dream life looks like. If you don't know how to manifest, or you don't know how to, you know, come up with like ways to manifest, stay tuned to the end of the video, because I'm going to show you some tips on how I go about doing all of these tips all of these challenges that I have laid out in this video. I'm going to show you my method of doing them, okay? But that's the next thing, okay? Manifest twice per day, right? First thing in the morning, last thing before bed, okay? It will change your life. The next thing is going to be to look at your vision board at least once a day. If you don't have a vision board, go ahead and make one, okay? Trust me when I say this. If you can waste time on social media, scrolling away, waste time playing PlayStation, waste time drinking, partying, why the fuck can't you spend 10, 15 minutes creating a vision board that's going to help you get closer towards your goals, right? So stop telling yourself you can't do it. Stop telling yourself it's not going to help you, because ask yourself this simple question, right? You might seem like it's a waste of time, but if you looking at how you want your life to look every single day, you looking at that every single day and actually feeling it, imagining it, tasting it, smelling it, are you going to be more likely or less likely to achieve that? And if you're not dumb, you'll answer more likely. Okay, so make your vision board and look at it every single day. Okay. The next thing is going to be reading 10 pages of self-improvement every single day. So any book you want to read about self-improvement, at least 10 pages per day. I can recommend a few that I've read personally that I feel like would be a great start for anyone that hasn't read these books yet. Just a few off the top of my head are Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Psycho-Cybernetics, amazing book that truly changed my life and gave me a whole new perspective on beliefs. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. There's a lot. Those are just the three that came to the top of my mind, but obviously you can do your own research and see what's going to be most helpful for you based on your own situation. Okay. One thing I forgot to mention for fitness is going to be a progress picture every single day. Okay. So every single day, take your progress picture. Okay. Now, as you probably listened to me speak throughout this video, I'm pretty sure that for at least one of the points you need to do for this challenge, you got some form of hesitation, some form of resistance. You're probably thinking to yourself, I don't know if this challenge is for me, I'm not sure if I can do that. I'm not sure if it's worth it. Trust me when I say this, my friends. If that is you, you need to fucking do this challenge, okay? Because I did this challenge to, one, test myself, build more discipline, and improve my life. So if you shying away from an opportunity like this to actually improve your life, that's not helping you. It's not helping your future self. It's not helping your family. It's not helping your future kids you're going to have one day. Because you're telling yourself you're okay with being average. Because this challenge is not for the average person, okay? This challenge is for people who actually want to level up their life, actually want to become who they say they want to be. Because that version of you would do this challenge. And he would do it it would be a walk in the park for him, okay? So act in alignment with him. If you have resistance right now, trust me when I say this, overcome that and commit to doing this, and your life will change in so many ways. I'm so excited for this challenge because I know in 100 days time, I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. I'm going to be making more money than I've ever made, and my mindset is going to be even more powerful than it currently is, right? So with all that being said, I'm going to share this last thing with you guys. Okay, that's the challenge. Oh, I forgot to say this. This is a challenge. You know exactly what you need to do on a daily basis for 100 days straight. Okay, no off on the weekends. Not to say that's because the weekend you don't have to do it every single day for 100 days straight. Okay, if you fail and if you forget to do something or you slip up, for example, if you wake up the next day and you haven't taken a progress pic, or you forgot to read 10 pages, or you didn't work for at least 2 to 5 hours on trying to find a way to make money, or whatever the case is, you didn't finish your bottle of water, you have to restart the fucking challenge. Okay, just like 75 hard, you need to restart. I told you at the start of this video, if you are afraid of hard work, if you're a loser, click off the video now. But guess what? Now it's too late to not commit. I'm sorry to say that. You're 17 minutes in, it's too late to not commit. Okay? Now is the time to actually level up. It's the time to actually make a huge change in our lives. Okay? Now, to invite anyone watching this video to join me on this journey, I'm going to run a community, okay, where people like you and me that are doing this challenge and want to become the best version of ourselves can actually join the community and be a part of the journey together, to hold each other accountable, inspire each other, and for us to do it together as a team. Okay, so it's also there to obviously network with people, around, help improving their own lives, and just to overall have a community of like-minded people wanting to become the best versions of themselves. Okay, so if that interests you, right, if that excites you, I highly encourage you to join my community. And obviously in there we're going to be doing the challenge together, and all the rules will be there, and all my tips and my tricks and everything I do for each part of the challenge, I'm going to be all that information and all that knowledge I have on what I'm doing. For example, like, I don't know, I guess I can add what kind of workouts I'm doing, how I manifest, like I said earlier, like my personal way of manifesting every single day, what that looks like, how you can set up something similar. Basically, any help you need, I'm going to be there to help you through it, and we're going to be there to help each other stay accountable, make sure we lock in, and make sure no one slips up. Okay, and by the way, it's okay if you fail. Okay, don't be scared about the fact that you may fail. It's perfectly okay if you fail. Okay, what's not okay is to not try. Okay, always remember that. You rather try and fail than not try at all. Okay, so if you fail, it's okay, but trust me when I say this, I need to emphasize this point. If you fail, do not lie to yourself and continue the challenge. Okay, you are doing yourself a disservice. Because remember, the reason you're doing this is to become a better person, to improve your life, and more importantly, build more discipline. If you fail a challenge consciously and you know about it, but you don't own up to that and you just keep going, it's defeating the whole purpose. Okay, so if you fail the challenge, please restart from day one. Okay, that's the whole purpose of this. Okay, Now, if you made it this far to the video, you're probably already going to join my community. I would highly encourage you to join it as quick as possible, okay? Because for the first 25 members, it's going to be free, okay? Meaning that if you're watching this right now and you're just new to my channel, you're probably going to get in free, okay? But after that, once I hit 25 members in my community, the price will be going up to $27, okay, to be a part of the community. So if you want to get in free, the good thing is that if you do get in free now, before I get 25 members in there, you will lock in that you'll be locked in for free for the rest of your life, okay? So highly encourage you to be a part of this community, be a part of this challenge, and I assure you that in the next 100 days, your friends will not recognize you. You will be so proud of yourself for actually completing this and actually doing what it takes to separate yourself from the people that will stay average and the people that actually will become successful, okay? By the way, you know, it's 3 a.m. as I record this video. It's a Saturday night, you know, at 3 a.m. I just finished my run that I do, and I closed an $8,000 deal today. You know, I thought it was the perfect time to make this video and make a big impact on the world, because that's also why I'm doing this challenge. I could have easily just done this by myself, you know, but I thought it would be nice to share this on my platform, on my social media, to invite people like yourselves to improve your life too with me. So I would love to have you in my community. I would love to have you a part of the journey. Anyone is welcome. As long as you're prepared to put in the work and you actually want to be successful, you are welcome to join, okay? Because we're going to be holding each other accountable and we're going to be becoming the best versions of ourselves this year, okay? So let's make it happen. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys inside my community. Bye.